By Friday, your body has soaked up around 40 hours of sitting, 40 hours of hips folded shut, spine slumped forward, and joints that barely moved through a fraction of the range they were built for. Most people spend the weekend trying to shake it off, and by Monday, they're right back where they started. These 5 movements break that cycle. Do them once a day, and you'll feel the difference almost immediately. Let's get into it. We're going to start from the ground up, and that means we start at the ankles. Most people never think about their ankles, but they're the foundation of every step you take, and sitting all day quietly destroys them. When your feet are parked under a desk for hours, your ankles lose the ability to bend and flex through a full range of motion. And here's why that matters more than you'd think. Stiff ankles don't stay an ankle problem. The stiffness travels up. Your knees start taking over for movement, your ankles can't produce, then your hips, then your lower back, and pretty soon your whole body is compensating because one joint at the bottom stopped doing its job. So we fix the foundation first. Drop down into a squat. Feet about shoulder width, and if you can't get all the way down with your heels flat, that's completely fine. Just go as low as you comfortably can. Place your elbows on the inside of your knees. Now you're going to shift your weight from one side to the other. And as you shift, you lift the toes of one foot up toward your shin as high as you can. Then the other side, left, right, left, right. You're going to feel this right in the front of your shins, almost a burning sensation, and that's exactly what you want. That muscle along the front of your shin is one of the most underworked muscles in the body, and it's a big part of why people start shuffling and tripping as the years add up. Do 20 of these, 10 to each side. Move with control, there's no rush. Once you've done your 20, stay right there in that squat and prop yourself up onto your toes, lifting your heels off the floor. Get as high as you can. You'll feel this one in your calves immediately. If your balance is shaky up on your toes, just rest your fingertips on the floor in front of you for support. There's no shame in that. Do 20 of these as well. The whole thing takes about a minute, and just like that, your ankles have moved through more range of motion than they probably have all week. This single movement does more for fall prevention and everyday stability than almost anything else you can do, and it costs you 60 seconds. Now we move up the chain to the hips, and this is the big one. If you sit for a living, your hips are the joint paying the steepest price. The muscles at the front of your hips, the hip flexors, spend all day in a shortened position, and over months and years, they actually adapt to that length. They get tight and short, and when you finally stand up, they pull on the front of your pelvis and tip it forward, which drags your lower back into a constant arch. That right there is the hidden source of a huge amount of chronic lower back pain. People treat the back when the real problem is the hips, so let's open them up. Get into a lunge position, one foot forward, flat on the floor, the other leg stretched back behind you. Place both hands on the floor, on the inside of your front foot. From there, you're going to rotate that front knee outward, opening the hip, and try to bring the knee down toward the ground. Now listen to me on this, because it's the most important coaching point in this whole video. You do not have to get your knee to the floor. You don't have to get anywhere near it. All you need is the intention of sinking your weight onto that front leg and getting as low as your body allows today. Whatever that range looks like for you, that's your level, and that's perfect. You work inside the range you have right now, and you move with intention, and the range expands on its own over the coming weeks. Do 10 of these, opening and rotating, and hold the last one for 10 seconds. You're going to feel this deep on the outside of your hip in those glute muscles that sitting puts to sleep. Then switch and do the other leg. 10 reps, hold the last for 10. Now, before we move on to the third movement, I want to talk to you for a second, because if you're watching this, there's a good chance you've been dealing with more than just everyday stiffness. Maybe it's chronic aches that never fully go away. Maybe it's joints that crack and grind and just don't cooperate the way they used to. Maybe you've started avoiding things you used to do without a second thought, because your body talks back now. If that's you, I want you to know you're not stuck with it, and you're not too far gone. I built a 30-day program called Reboot Your Body for people in exactly that situation. It takes you from wherever you are right now, no matter how tight or beat up you feel, and walks you step by step through a progressive plan that rebuilds your mobility and your strength from the ground up. We're talking about getting back down on the floor to play with your kids or your grandkids, and being able to get back up without a struggle. climbing stairs without that jolt of knee pain, getting through an entire day without that tight, achy feeling following you around. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. It's the same approach I'm showing you here, just laid out as a complete daily plan you don't have to think about. All right, back to it. The third movement targets the lower back directly, because after a week in a chair, your lower back is stiff, compressed, and crying out for rotation it never gets. We're going to give it exactly that, and we're going to do it lying down where your spine is fully supported and there's zero risk of overdoing it. Lie down flat on your back. Take one leg and cross the ankle over the opposite knee, so you make a figure 4 shape. Now take that crossed knee and gently push it forward and away from you. You'll feel a satisfying stretch open up on the side of your hip and through your glute, the exact spot that gets locked down from sitting. From there, keeping that knee pressed open, you're going to lift the bottom leg up off the floor, and as you do, you keep driving the crossed knee outward and down. Don't lose that connection, that's where the magic is. Move slowly and deliberately 10 times. On the 10th rep, hold the stretch position for 10 full seconds and just breathe into it. Then switch legs and repeat the whole thing on the other side. This movement decompresses the lower back, restores rotation, and releases the deep hip muscles all at once, and most people feel lighter the moment they stand back up. Your spine has been waiting all week for this. Movement number 4 is for your upper back, and this is the one your posture will thank you for. All that hunching over a computer, a steering wheel, a phone, it stiffens up the middle of your back, the part of your spine that's supposed to rotate and extend freely. When it locks up, your shoulders round forward, your head drifts in front of your body, and your neck takes on a load it was never meant to carry. That's the recipe for the tension headaches and the tight, aching neck and shoulders that so many people just accept as normal. It's not normal, and it's fixable. We come right back to our squat for this one, so drop down again as low as is comfortable. Take your left hand and reach across to grab your right ankle. Now press your right shoulder gently into the inside of your right knee, using your knee for resistance. This is the detail most people miss with stretching. You're not just flopping into a position and hoping something opens up. You're using your own body to create tension and load, which is what actually produces lasting change in how a joint moves. From there, take your right arm, bring that elbow down toward the floor on the inside, and then open up, twisting and reaching that arm up toward the ceiling, following your hand with your eyes. Then back down. You'll feel your whole upper back open up, and you'll probably hear a few satisfying cracks through the spine as it frees up. We love those. Do 6 of these, working only within the range that feels good today, and hold the last one open for 10 seconds. Then switch hands and do the other side. 6 reps, hold the last for 10. Just remember, if your range is small right now, that's completely okay. You move intentionally inside what you've got, and it grows. The 5th and final movement brings it all together by waking up your core, and not the kind of core work you're picturing. Forget crunches and sit-ups. After a week of sitting, the problem isn't that your abs are weak on the surface. It's that the deep stabilizing muscles, the ones that are supposed to brace and protect your spine, have switched off completely. Sitting does that. The chair supports you, so your core stops doing its job, and over time it forgets how. We're going to teach it to fire again, and we're going to do it the safe way with your back protected on the floor. Lie on your back. Bring your legs up so your knees are stacked over your hips, shins parallel to the floor, and reach your hands toward the ceiling. Now here's the whole exercise. You're going to slowly lower one arm back overhead and the opposite leg straight out toward the floor at the same time, while keeping your entire lower back glued to the ground. That's the key. Do not let your back arch up off the floor as you reach. Press your spine down into the floor the whole time. Lower the arm and opposite leg as far as you can while keeping that connection. Then bring them back and switch to the other side. It takes a little coordination, so move nice and slow. Do 12 total reps, 6 to each side. On the very last rep, lower both arms and both legs at once and hold that position for 10 seconds, keeping your back pressed flat the entire time. Then relax. This rebuilds the deep core control that protects you from back pain every single time you bend, lift, or twist for the rest of your life. And that's the routine. 5 movements, starting at your ankles and working all the way up through your hips, your lower back, your upper back, and your core. Ankle rocks and calf raises in the squat, 20 each. The lunge with rotation for your hips, 10 per side, holding the last. The reclined figure 4 with the leg lift for your lower back, 10 per side, holding the last. The squat rotation for your upper back, 6 per side, holding the last. And the slow dead bug for your core, 12 total, holding the last. The whole thing takes 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. That's the bare minimum your body is asking for, and every single person watching can find 10 minutes somewhere in their day. Do these 5 movements daily and do them consistently and watch what happens. Within a week or 2, you'll notice your range of motion opening up. You'll stand taller without trying. You'll feel less tight, less restricted, less like your body is fighting you when you get out of a chair or reach for something on a high shelf. And over time, you become genuinely more free in how you move. Because you're not just stretching, you're undoing years of damage one day at a time. Remember the rule that ties all of it together? It does not matter if you can't hit the full range yet. You work within the range you have today, you move with intention, and you trust that it improves. That's your level, and it's exactly where you're supposed to start. If you found this helpful and you want the complete day-by-day plan that takes all the guesswork out and rebuilds your body over a full 30 days, head to the link in the description and grab Reboot Your Body. And if this video did something for you, give it a like, subscribe so the next one lands in your feed, and share it with someone who's been sitting too long and feeling it. I'll see you in the next one.